Hello and welcome to the Lewd Front podcast with me, Shiro, accompanied by Oiled,
Yep, that's me.
and our guest today, Mr. Bluebreed.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'll call you Blue from now on. What's up, Blue? How's it going? How's it hanging?
It's going pretty good. How about yourself, bud?
You know, as usual, slave to the system, recording another episode because Oiled is blackmailing me.
Yep, that's
Oh,
me.
shit.
I am the one who
What's-
blackmails. Yep.
He is the one who
Don't mind the fact that you screenshotted a conversation that today,
Listen,
today, and then posted it on different servers. Yeah, don't mind that part, right?
I would never do that. I would never do
Man.
that.
You fucking
Shit, what's he got on
shitty
you,
liar.
man?
I would never. I am not a sinner. Anywho, as I was saying, oil does not really matter in this picture. It's all about blue today. So, Mr. No, don't be too happy about it. I'm
Don't-
gonna grill you on the spot.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit.
Your time
Yeah.
will come. Don't worry about it.
Your time will come. Don't worry. Well,
Oh, boy.
well, blue. So I'm guessing your current Twitter shenanigans are as usual, right? Nothing new, nothing's happening because there's been a lot of Twitter drama and a lot of fucked up shit going about. in
All
the
right,
last couple
let's leave
weeks.
that part for a bit later. How about we start with the
Yeah, I'm
usual
asking
questions.
him right now. Hold on, I'm
How
asking him.
about we
right
start with the usual questions, like for example, Bluebreed, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, that's where I'm going. Oh, calm down.
Hi there.
We'll get there. So,
My
yeah.
name's Bluebreed. I'm a not safe for work artist. I like to draw the fat ass.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice. You see, oil. You see, Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. I've got a
Go
follow-up
on.
question. I've got a really good follow-up question.
oh, okay. I specialize mainly in comics, but I've also been slowly trying to break more into 3D stuff, at least for reference purposes.
Yeah, as we saw earlier in the group chat.
Did you post your 3D art at some point, or is that like a bit of a spoiler for your upcoming projects?
Let's see. That's just a progress shot at the moment. That's nothing really worth posting quite yet.
Yeah, but did you
Well,
did you ever post 3D on your
Yeah,
social
did
medias?
Did you ever show your Twitter for followers that you're working on 3D shit?
Oh no, I have not.
Okay, future reference. If he becomes a really good 3D artist, he started here.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Hell
Right.
yeah. Origins.
So no, but real quick. You said something really piqued my interest. Ass or titties, real quick. I'm just gonna get to it.
Man, I
You
have
said you draw
appreciation.
big asses. Don't change your mind now.
No, I know. While I have an appreciation for both, I gotta say, man, I personally am an ass man.
Hell yeah, fuck you, oil. All right. So, do you mind sharing your age with people?
Sure, I am 26.
26. And do you have a college degree?
I have an AA degree and most of a bachelor's.
An AA and most of.
Wait, what the fuck's
Most of it-
fuck's an AA?
An associate's degree is basically all gen ed. It's the degree you get before you start working on a bachelor's.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And I have most of a bachelor's degree in software engineering, but I
Yeah.
quit college to focus on
you
art.
can. So you no longer study.
Nah, I study how to render butts, titties, and
Nice.
3D modeling. That's pretty much what I study nowadays.
But have you ever thought of going to even higher education more than a bachelor?
Yeah, before I started doing art, my original plan was to get either a master's or a PhD, because then I'd basically be guaranteed a job fairly anywhere. It would be just decent job security. But of course, while I was studying, there were plenty of people that told me, you don't really need anything above a bachelor's in that particular field to really
Yeah.
have decent job security, which is fair. Like, computers are a massive field. It's not really something that you need a massive amount of paperwork to get into.
Yeah. No, because computers don't really need studying. It just, over time, you just get better and better on it. Because I studied IT for 2 years myself.
Very nice.
Well, that aside, we heard about your prospects, right? Your fucking degrees and whatnot. But how did you start? Who's Bluebreed? What's the background?
Let's see here. Where should I start?
Where did you start as an artist, as a person, right? Just where did you start? What happened?
Let's see here. I wanted to be an artist since I was a kid. Like, I remember being a friggin' 6-year-old drawing Tails the Fox and pretending he was like my brother and shit like that because I was fucking lonely. And I was like, I'm gonna be an artist growing up because I
Are you
like
a single child?
I wasn't a single child, but most of my kin were like over 18 by the time I was born, so like I was pretty much living as a single child, although I wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but regardless, so I wanted to be an artist because I liked Sonic X and I liked drawing shit. I remember I've been drawing comics a hot minute. When I was 6 years old, I would just take 2 pieces of printer paper, fold them in half, and staple the edges, and like just draw on the pages and call that a comic book. And I guess you could say that's kind of where things started in terms of my prospects of what I wanted to do with my life. But as life went on, I'd say I had a similar issue a lot of people kind of go through as they get older. They have parental intervention in their dreams, in a sense.
And you didn't have
Like,
that?
what'd you say?
Then you didn't have any conflict with your parents about being an artist?
Oh no, I did. I wanted to be an artist, but of course there was the usual argument that there's no money in art.
There's no future for artists.
Right.
I know a lot of people that say that because it's like a old person mentality.
Yeah, you could absolutely say that. And it's not entirely baseless because when they were growing up, there really wasn't a lot of resources for artists. Like, you either got into a studio or you got hired to make like marketing material by chance, and that's really about it. Those were the only forms of job security back then. Whereas nowadays we have a wealth of like resources, and artists really can make it if they just put in the work.
I mean, I know some people, and including my parents, that if I, for example, made fucking $20,000 a month, right, they would still not consider it a real job, because it's the internet, that's not a real job, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely still this mindset that if there's still a mindset where if it's not physical, it's not, if they can't see you with your blood, sweat, and tears, then they don't consider you doing actual work.
But moving on, yeah. So how did you come up with the name Bluebreed?
No, hold up. The name aside, I'm sorry.
All right.
But so you were always an artist. You got conflict, obviously, with your parents when you were about a teenager, I assume.
Yeah, around middle school.
Around middle school. So at middle school, you decided my profession is gonna be artist, and your parents shut you down in middle school.
Yes.
Isn't around middle school where you
fucked.
go? Yeah, isn't around middle school where you play along with your child? He says, "I'm gonna be an artist," and you say, "Yeah, you can be whatever you want." Right? That's around middle school, isn't it?
Yeah. Like at that time, they kind of played the game where it's like, you want to be art, but like maybe you should look into more profitable markets where you can be creative. And so around this time, I was also playing with game programming. I'd like picked up Game Maker online and I was practicing rudimentary programming, and I was having a good time. I had made my first game. It was a really shitty one, but it was still my first.
Yeah.
And my dad, he saw that game and he was really impressed, and he was like, "Oh man, you should do coding for a living because there's a lot of money in coding." And of course, at that time, I wasn't really thinking about, I'm fucking 13. I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. I don't think any kid really thinks about it that hard at that age. So I just kind of
really pressured.
What'd you say?
Unless the kid is really pressured, then maybe. But so they shut down you as an artist, but then they say you should go into coding, right?
Right.
And you persisted with that because you went to college under coding, right?
I did.
But did you stop drawing at that given point?
I stopped drawing pretty much early high school was when I stopped drawing for a hot minute. I didn't draw, I think, until 2014 after that point.
So high school until 2013.
2014.
2014.
Which was like my graduation year. Like in high school, I didn't have time to really do anything. I didn't have time to play video games or I didn't have time to do video games or draw as much as I would like to. Like I still played some games here and there when I was hanging out with friends, but like I didn't really play them on my own time as much. I was primarily like watching YouTube videos and shit. But that was mainly because my family told me that like they were a waste of time, which of course as a kid, like that, I don't know. As a kid, I didn't question it very much because I didn't really know who to trust. I was still very, very confused on what I wanted for myself at that period of time.
Okay.
And around, God, what was it? During high school, I was dual enrolled, which basically means I was in a program where I was taking college classes at night after high school to get free college credits.
Is that on last year of high school only, or during all 3 years of high school?
That was all 3 years.
Okay, so you spent your high school not having fun, but being a nerd.
Pretty much. My entire high school was pretty much just spent getting my associate's degree, like 99% of it within high school.
But you did benefit from that, like genuinely. You finished you got your associate degrees really fast.
Oh, absolutely. Like I think I only needed 1 semester after high school to like get it. So I did benefit from it and whatnot. I do appreciate the hustle to a degree because it really did kind of teach me to be proactive about what I want and really like put the effort forward. But at the same time too, like the past couple of years I've been dealing with the mental side effects of that workflow too. Like I had gone to therapy specifically to figure out what's been up with my self-esteem and whatnot. And a lot of it really did come down to the way I was raised and how my work ethic kind of affected that.
Yeah, no, when I said you spent most of your high school being a nerd instead of, having fun, I'm not, just making fun of you. I'm like being genuine here. Like, I'm pretty sure that fucked up your social life, at least for 5 years to go.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I didn't take it that way. I was just explaining.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna speak about you now. Maybe that's just you now. But would you consider yourself socially awkward in real life events because of
absolutely.
that? Even now.
Oh, absolutely. But I wouldn't completely contribute that to that experience. I have Asperger's syndrome, so social situations are always kind of a foreign thing for me.
I mean, it depends, right? Even someone with Asperger's can really be really interactive and really social and outgoing, because high school is what defines usually high school defines a person's character. And if you spent most of high school as just a student and not as a person, your whole life is going to be based around just staying silent and doing your own shit,
right?
Which may be your case here. I'm not, maybe I'm mistaken, maybe I'm not wrong. Anywho,
you're not. Yeah, that's not a bad conclusion to come to, honestly. Like, that does make sense.
And you did go to therapy for it, and hopefully you do, get better about it. Maybe you can actually make friends. Are you friendless? Do you make an anime about you as well?
Oh no, thankfully I do have plenty of friends, and I am among thankfully I am surrounded by a very nice group of people. Like, okay. I'm not friendless by any means.
Okay, good. So that's enough for all the slightly weepy shit, right? Let's go to the porn, the art. Mr. Bluebreed. When did you start becoming an artist? When was step?
Alright, so first year of university, when I was working on my bachelor's and whatnot, I started drawing again, and I really enjoyed it.
Did you start as a porn artist instantly?
I did.
So you stopped from middle school, and when high school showed up, you were like, I'm gonna draw porn.
Pretty much. I'm a big fan of the artist Jay Naylor.
Oh god, okay. I love fucking Jay Naylor. Holy shit, what up, dude?
Oh yeah, Jay Naylor. I had been reading his webcomics on his website for years. He had 2 webcomics, Better Days and Original Life, and I really enjoyed those. And of course, I also enjoyed his porn. Just the way he drew physiques really got me into the whole process behind that. And in in college, when I started drawing again, I was like, I want to draw asses like Jay Naylor.
Yeah, Jay Naylor was one of the first artists that I discovered,
He's
like
the
not
furry
super
guy,
art.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even though I don't look at furry porn, I know that guy because his art is recognizable anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Jay Naylor.
Yeah, he was one of the first not safe work artists that I discovered and, actually fell in love with his art.
So, okay, shout out to my man Jay Naylor. Jay Naylor, is that how you say it?
Yeah, shout out to Jay Naylor and fucking open your DMs in Twitter, please. I beg you.
Open your DMs. Oiled wants to talk to you. Hopefully, we'll get you on the podcast because he really loves you. Right, Oiled?
For the past year, I fucking wanted to have him on as the first furry artist on this podcast. A year later, still nothing, right? We're gonna have a furry artist. Wait, Blue, do you consider yourself a furry artist?
Are you a furry?
No. Do you consider that was not the question. Do you consider yourself as a furry artist?
Are you a furry?
I used to be. Like, I used to be... When I started, I was very heavy on furry art, but then over time I learned humans, and nowadays I primarily draw humans, so I guess you could say at one point I was, but not really anymore.
So at one point you were an extreme furry artist, but not you stopped.
Yeah.
But
when I started,
are you a furry?
It depends on what the definition of furry is. I don't wear fursuits or anything like that, but I do really like furry characters and furry porn.
You jack it to anthro.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you are a furry.
All right,
Easy.
cool. Well, I'll put that on my wall.
Nice. I just need to make this I just need to establish that point. Okay, so
I got you.
College. You looked at Jay Naylor shit. You looked at his art, and you were like, I want to draw porn too, and he just started drawing porn just like that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna assume you were 19 to 21 years old.
Yep, I was like late 18, early 19.
Okay. So okay. So late 19, you drew porn. And when was your first ever commission?
My first, the first time someone commissioned me. Let's see. I think it was like on Ink Bunny. God, it wasn't too long after. I want to say it was maybe a few months in.
So your first commission was you barely 19 and you got commissioned.
Right.
Barely 19, got commissioned. Do you remember what your first commission was?
Oh God, I'm not sure.
Okay.
It was something Sonic related.
Well, obviously, because you said you're a big Sonic fan, so I'm assuming you started drawing Sonic first and foremost. That's what every Sonic fan does. My question is, were you under the name Bluebreed even back then?
Let's see here. Even back then, pretty much just Bluebreed.
Then what's the Bluebreed story? Where did Bluebreed come from?
When I first started, I'm also a big fan of professional wrestling, and one of my favorite pro wrestlers at the time, Alex Riley. During his stint in a developmental territory for WWE called NXT, he was referred to as the rare breed.
Okay.
Or a rare breed, and I was like, oh, I like that. That'd make a nice username, rare breed. But I thought the name like rare would kind of be a little too boisterous.
Yeah.
For who I am. Like, I wouldn't want to like refer to myself as rare. That's asinine.
That's kind of like a Shiro move to do, right? Like as obnoxious as me. So you went with Bluebreed.
Yeah, I went with Bluebreed because I like alliteration. So two B's roll off the tongue.
You see, it's fucked because you did not deny me being obnoxious.
I'm sorry. I don't consider you obnoxious.
It's too late for that.
I do. Fuck your Shiro. Getting tired of your shit.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Getting tired of your shit every day.
I'm not talking to you. I'm gonna post that screenshot.
Go on. I have nothing to hide. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
He's
So
angry.
much Twitter drama.
All right. So Bluebreed, it was just off a wrestler's name, and to make it sound more humble, you went with Bluebreed.
Yeah, like I really didn't think rare. Yeah, I don't know. I have a personal thing where I don't try to like make myself sound too
Different.
tremendous, and it's not like I was a great artist at that time anyhow, so it's like eh.
I mean, if you were given the chance to rename yourself to Rare Breed, and you'll still keep the same fan base name now, would you do?
Nah, I think I'd still keep Bluebreed, honestly. I like the name. It's kind of grown on me a lot since then.
Was there any time where you regret using that name?
Oh, the name Bluebreed?
Yeah.
Mainly when I'm trying to design a logo, because it's always the letter B, there's only so many ways you can stylize it logo-wise. So it's really difficult to make a new watermark or anything for a picture with that name. But aside from that, really, no real regrets.
That's good to hear then.
Yeah.
So no regrets except for the fact you cannot style bees really nice.
Yeah, no real regrets except that it's difficult to find an original way to stylize the letter B for a logo.
Yeah, I was talking about commissions earlier, right?
Yes.
And the thing was, I asked you about your first commission, and if you do remember it, well, you don't. What about your weirdest commission?
My weirdest commission, now that I definitely remember. Let's see here.
On the spot, just right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
Lord.
Bless me with your
let's see.
knowledge. Wait, is this the weirdest commission you've done or got and didn't do?
I think it's the weirdest commission that I've got and didn't do. I can't recall if I just refunded the person or not, because I was lacking time at that point, but regardless, I know for sure it's at least the weirdest one I've received.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. It was Silver the Hedgehog having his dick flattened by a steamroller.
Sonic fans, everybody.
No, that's very fucking specific. Although
Sonic
although I didn't really have any better experiences when it comes to commissions.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume you also got stuff like diapers, cat, water sports.
Honestly, I haven't.
So you haven't gotten all that, but you got Silver. That's the guy with the psychic power, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Guy with the pot leaf on his head.
Okay, so that guy getting his dick crushed by a steamroller?
Yes.
Like a JoJo reference?
Nope, not a JoJo reference, just the kink of him being flattened.
Did the commissioner give you at least a background story why he wants that done? Cause that is super fucking specific, right?
He didn't give me any kind of background to it, really. It's just a kink of his.
He just showed up. Here's $20. I want Silver getting his dick flattened. That's it.
Yeah,
and you were like, no.
Tenner, and he's like, yep.
No, I'm not doing that.
I did a sketch, if I remember correctly, but then like after a while I didn't have a lot of time to complete commissions, and so I like refunded a number of people, and he was one of them.
So if so if you had the time, you would have done it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's the weirdest commission you ever got?
Yep.
You never got commission. You were like, no, I cannot do that. That's beyond me.
Oh, let's see here. I've gotten commissions that were, well, commission requests anyway, that I would call ones that I didn't want to do, but I wouldn't call them ones that were like weird in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of the commissions that I take because I like the idea or I think I can do them justice.
So if you don't enjoy the idea or think it's not gonna look out good, you don't take the commission.
Yeah. I am thankfully at a point nowadays where I can pick and choose. I know that might sound shitty. Like it's nothing against the people who commission me. It's just like I'm at a point where if I need to do art for other people, I can afford to pick and choose which art that I do.
But how do I say that? You've done commissions for a while now, and you've drawn your own art for a while as well. have you gone flack for a piece of art, like a single piece of art or a single genre you did, and just got a bunch of shit for it?
Like oh lord, let's see here. Do you mean like a category, or do you mean just like a type of porn in general?
No, just anything. Any certain piece you've drawn, and it just went to shit because people hated it or people think it's controversial.
Dude, just be honest and ask him how much shit he got for the Jaden Animations bullshit that happened.
Jaden Animations.
Yes.
Oil said.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you got a lot of flack for it, right? And you did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But any trouble with actual friends?
With friends, that's a tough one. Like there's been a couple of friends who they're on the side of they're not against me for drawing it by any means, but they're also not entirely on board with it. So they're in a really conflicting spot where they want to defend me, but they also can't.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult situation for a couple people. There's plenty who they don't vote, they haven't posted about it because it doesn't really matter what you say on the matter online. People are gonna conflate that to whatever they feel like.
Yeah.
So it's really better for you to just not talk about it in the end. At very least not on Twitter. And I feel like that's a big reason why Jaden kinda kept her mouth shut about everything for the longest time, is she knows that. She knows that if you say shit about it, that both promotes it and it also promotes people to be terrible towards other people.
Mm.
And the thing is, she had a podcast actually similar with what's his name again? Anthony Padilla, the guy from Smosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She had a podcast with him, and they addressed this situation. She's never actually talked about it before, the podcast itself. Right. But she said, since most of her followers are either underage or just oblivious, she thought it would be better to not say anything than bring attention to it.
Right.
But as an artist who draws her, porn. Yeah. I'm not gonna say her porn. That sounds like she's actually acting in porn, but draws her character in hentai or dojis or whatever you wanna call them. Did you feel regretful for doing it, or did you just not mind?
When the whole thing happened, when her name was on trending, I can't say that I ever regret it, because I draw it because I enjoy drawing it, and I'd much rather be canceled for doing something I enjoy rather than keep going on.
The repressed,
Right. I'd rather be canceled for doing what I enjoy no matter what than go on at basically the mercy of others with what I'm allowed to draw.
I mean, I'm not giving you flack here because what you draw is really good. The way you draw your characters, I cannot complain about you drawing Jaden here as an example because the art is really good.
Right.
And the context is, most of the time, it's funny. Well, either funny or it's like a comic, right? So it doesn't matter. It's obviously something made up, something fictional, and it doesn't really have to be her. It's just her character.
Right.
But then a lot of people who do that get flacked by other ignorant people. And I'm assuming you also got attacked. We talked about this multiple times on the podcast, the Genshin art by Nyancha, Thick with a Q. He got attacked by a lot of underage kids because of trending, because it was trending. That's it. Who did the mimes? Oil?
Derpixen.
Derpixen, yeah.
So Derpixen, on the other hand, did
the mimes?
The mimes, and those also went viral.
Right.
But as I said, the ignorant people didn't know what's up, and they just followed whatever other people are doing, and they were like, "Hey."
Most of the people that complain about that shit are the same people. I feel like it's complaining for the sake of fucking complaining, right? It's like going to a restaurant, ordering the shittiest food on the menu, eating it, and going oh fuck, this fucking sucks, while you keep eating it, right?
Right.
It's drama for the sake of drama, and it's fucking idiotic.
Hey, as I usually say, right, Oil? As I usually say is, when we were younger, in fucking either whatever you want to call it, in website, Newgrounds, any website, any place, any way you want to color it. Whenever we saw shit we didn't like or a game we didn't want to play,
We just fucking clicked off.
You just go off. You just fucking close the tab, go to something else.
We didn't go. We didn't go on fucking Twitter and complain about it and fucking making the person that made that piece feel like shit or canceling or something. We have much more sense than today's generation.
Now it's so incredibly, how do you say it? Fucking, I don't want to say privileged per se. I just want to say they're all just dipshit, right? They're all just pieces of shit.
I'd say I make the argument that it's more boredom than anything else. People like drama, people are starting drama, and you know that's how that shit goes. People start drama for the sake of drama.
And it's most of the time, it's most of the time unreasonable. But then you have the mob mentality. They just fuck with people for no reason and try to cancel them. You did Bluebreed. They almost tried to cancel you as well, right?
They certainly tried to. I wouldn't say they tried to cancel me so much as they really threw just a lot of piss and vinegar my way. Like I got a lot of death threats, a lot of just insults. There were definitely there were quite a few people who were telling me to get a real job to go work at McDonald's.
So instead of being a successful artist, go get a real job, he said.
Pretty much.
I mean, you are a successful artist, so they have no bound. The people who told you to go get a real job are most likely in high school or middle school. Right. So they told you to quit being a successful artist who makes money and get a real job.
Pretty much.
Yep, makes perfect sense.
It's ironic, isn't it?
I mean, shit, I don't get free nugs as an artist, I guess.
I mean, if you work in like McDonald's, you'll get at least one. I don't think they even give their workers free meals. Like, there's no. I don't know. Just steal something. Honestly. Yeah, if you work there, just steal some from an order or something. Like he orders a 6-piece, get one.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna make the argument of if you don't like it, if you feel offended about it, first of all, you always have the option to fucking close it. Second of all, if you complain about it, you're most likely a fucking a high schooler, so why the fuck are you even there on my Twitter feed or on my Twitter looking at my art? You're not even supposed to be there, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. There's a lot of kids in social media trying to just they just bully artists. A lot of kids bully artists because they're not doing what everyone else is doing, right? And I don't know why a kid would be on a not safe for work artist profile. But a lot of kids are for some fucking reason. And it's fucking absurd, right? Someone get their kids away from fucking Twitter or something.
Did the whole situation affect you, like mentally, if you don't mind asking?
Yeah. When it first started happening, and I guess I should go very briefly over like the main reason like that situation occurred on Twitter that time was because I had posted the recent page of my Jaden comic, and initially didn't really get too much attention outside the norm. But then someone in the comments brought up the fact that Jaden had done that interview and had said she didn't like hentai of her character and didn't encourage it. And I responded very bluntly, and I responded bluntly because in the past I have drawn other e-celebrities, and me not being blunt and speaking outright led to a number of miscommunications and misconceptions. So I chose to take this time to just spell it out, and I responded to this person saying, I understand where she's coming from, but I do fully intend to continue drawing what I like to draw. That was the statement, pretty much.
I mean, yeah. What's fucking stopping you from doing it? There's not a fucking magical force that's gonna stop you.
Right.
Especially not a bunch of fucking kids that complain on Twitter.
Right. And I feel people really got caught up on the idea that I understand her, but I'm still going to do something she doesn't like. And it's like, it's not really that. It's like, I can understand why someone doesn't like something, but still choose to do it. Just because you're at an understanding of something doesn't mean that you have shackles on your wrists. Like, I can understand why someone wouldn't like a person, but I myself can still like that person.
Okay.
So
So you never got mental backlash, didn't happen. But did you
I
lose any followers over it?
well, I did get it did affect me mentally. When it first happened, I was playing Smash with a friend, and I was like checking my phone, and like I started seeing more and more death threats. This was before it was trending, very shortly before, and I was like, at first I was laughing over it because like, you know, a lot of them were like memes and copy pastas, but then they kept coming, and before you know it, like it was an actual thing, and my friends were like checking on me in Discord, asking me if I was okay. It's like, I'm okay. What's going on? And it's like, well, everything that's happening on Twitter. And then I brought my attention to what was actually going on, and yeah, over time the things got more and more visceral, and I got more and more DMs of people asking me to die and stuff like that. And then I'd say the next day was when it was really starting to get under my skin, and I just kind of went blank for a while, just isolated a bit to like process, because I don't know, that it did, you can only take so much of people telling you stuff like that before it does kind of get to you.
As I said, it's a bunch of kids with mob mentality trying to just bully someone to stop doing something they like doing.
Right.
But then you have like, that's your side of the drama. On the other hand, you have the current ongoing drama, the Shadman.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Are you up to date with that?
I've been off Twitter for a little bit, so I might not know as much as you do.
Well, I am not either. I'm not really up to date on that. I think Oiled is. But what's been happening is Shadman got doxxed.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, on fucking Kiwi Farms of all places.
On
what
Kiwi
the
Farms. You know, Kiwi Farms.
At least that's the earliest docs post that I could find, right? And then Turkey Tom retweeted it, and that's when the whole fucking floodgate happened, right?
Wait, who
Fucking
retweeted it?
what?
Turkey Tom, if you know, the guy who made a whole half an hour video about him, like not so long ago.
That's terrible. What the hell?
I think his tweet was Shadman is on heroin, Lamau. That's his whole tweet, which is like, props to you, you fucking retard.
That's terrible. What the hell?
He's taking drugs too, heroin and whatnot.
I still don't know the whole story, and I don't wanna. I did my research, I talked to people, but I don't wanna spread misinformation. The basic gist is that he has a heroin problem. I will not confirm nor deny that.
Right.
But I mean, go to his fucking Twitter right now and tell me that's a normal person's post for the past weeks.
I mean, he was never sane to begin with. It's Shadman, right? But the fact that people are saying he's doing this, he's doing that, he might be, he most likely is, but I'm not sure of that. It's all hearsay for now, right? Because anyone can open up. I can make a Twitter account right now. Say I'm Shadman's close friend, and he's doing heroin, right?
Right.
Not everyone's gonna bite it. Someone will, and it's gonna spread around, and then it's gonna become a rumor, and then someone's gonna say Shadman's friend. Eventually, someone's gonna say Shadman's friend said he's doing heroin, and it's just hearsay. I just made it up because of how Twitter works. It's now true for some reason.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? If fucking Turkey Tom didn't fucking come and tweeted out, haha, Shadman is on heroin right now, that would not spread that much, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it.
The post could have happened. He could have fucking missed it, and it would be fucking forgotten in a few hours, right?
Right.
I don't know,
But,
man. The
you know-
the situation's fucked. Man, I don't know. I hope he's.
As you know,
I hope he's doing okay. Like that's
anyone
the
who is
best thing that I
successful-
can do.
Anyone who's successful is gonna have haters, obviously.
Hmm.
But there's no one I know in the art community that has as many haters as Shadman, or as many fans as Shadman.
Hmm.
He's both. He is both the Jesus and Satan at the same time of the art community, because he's done so much good and so much bad indirectly. Not even right. Not even on purpose. He's just drawing what he likes. I'm not saying what he likes inherently bad, but most of the time it is, right? Which is fuck.
I mean,
But that's it.
it depends on the person who's asking, right? My opinion is on that. If you wanna draw what you wanna draw, go on. Fucking more power to you. That being said, I'm gonna judge you on a few things, right?
Of course,
Right,
everyone
right.
does. That's how the internet works. What do the
of
Americans? What do the Americans call it? The freedom of free speech.
Freedom
Yeah,
of free speech, yeah.
Well, that's not even a thing anymore because everything is hate speech. Unfortunately, right?
I don't know.
But-
I don't know. We can fucking sit down and talk about the whole history of Shadman for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
There's so much shit and so much history behind him. We can make a whole season about it. But,
Yeah, but
it's about Bluebreed right now. So
It's
yeah.
about Bluebreed. Yeah. So a Bluebreed, we like getting past all the drama we talked about. All your. I'm hoping you're mentally okay after all that. By the way, the fucking all that harassing you got, obviously, and the bullshit
Right.
from dumbass kids. But on the other hand, is let's go back to the topic of porn. That's what we on about here. Yeah. So you said you're an ass man yourself. Do you read hentai, dojins, whatever you call them?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I want to know what are your favorite tags.
My favorite tags. Let's see here.
Genres.
Dubcon, non-con. Let's see here.
Dubcon?
Yes. Dubcon is short for dubious consent.
Okay.
So you're not
So-
sure if they're consenting or not.
So non-con, isn't that?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think we'll have to censor the
Yep,
world.
Already on it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but non-con, just keep it as non-con, and people will get what we.
I got you.
Okay, so dubious and none. Okay? Give me 5. So that's 2.
All right, let's see here.
You sound from the first 2. You sound like someone who reads NTR, cheating.
Truthfully, not a lot.
Really? Sound like
Yeah.
one.
It's very situational. It depends on what I'm reading, if it does it well. But most of the time, I'm not really looking for it.
I excessively hate cheating genre. I'm more of a vanilla.
Yeah, you're more of a wholesome boy.
Tomboy, vanilla, muscle, monster girl, all that. But then happy sex, kissing, all that, right? But cheating, NTR, all that's disgusting. That's vile. Well, in my opinion, at least. Anywho, go on with your tags. I want to hear more.
Nah, I got
Dubcon,
you.
non-con.
Let's see here. Tomboy for me too. Honestly, I love tomboys.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Femboys or cross dressing is always nice.
Okay. Tom girl. I think it falls under all of those. Fall under the
Yes.
Tom girl tag.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, femdom.
Fem or fendom?
Femdom.
Okay, so not the money one, but the female.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Actually, wait. That's a really bad question.
Oh no.
When you say the dubcon or non-con, are you saying that for the female or for the guy?
Either or.
Either or.
Yeah, either or.
But the
I think-
problem is with dubcon or non-con on a female lead, it's usually a shota or it's a kid.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of lolly for sure. I've also seen a lot of a lot of upperclassmen kind of deal.
Okay.
Because like a lot of the time you'll notice non-con or dubcon stuff, the kink itself or the turn on of it is essentially grabbing power from somebody. And so like it doesn't necessarily have to be like someone who's young. It can also be just someone you interpret as like bigger. Like you'll notice there's definitely a lot where you'll have a woman who's super muscular or a guy who's super muscular, and the protagonist is a scrawny person who essentially manages to overcome them in a sense.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so you could say my like for those categories probably stems from femdom kind of things.
Some websites that falls under domination loss.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I get the genre. It's not usually rape, but it can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No. I get what genre you're talking of exactly now.
Right.
So femdom, femboys or tom girls, and dubious. Right. That's 3. Did you say number 4 as well? Did I miss one? Tomboys. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And one more.
Femboys, femdom. Yeah, I guess you could say furry's probably one of them too.
Furry dojins don't really exist, and if they do, they're not really good.
I've seen some decent ones.
Like Japanese made ones, dojins or hentai comic.
I've seen a few furry dojins that are really good, well made.
I don't think I've actually seen a single furry dojin myself.
Well, then you're looking at the wrong places.
I'm not looking for one. That's the problem here. I'm not actually.
Well, that sounds like your problem then. Anyway, I wanted to ask you: do you have any specific inspirations for your art style? Like any artists or anything that inspired you?
Let's see here. Jay Naylor. I would say an artist that kind of inspired me to improve initially was definitely the artist Doxy.
Oh, I know Doxy.
Oh, Doxy, yeah.
Doxy or Onta, whichever he goes by.
Doxy has games now, right?
Yeah. He and
games.
Yeah. Oh goodness,
great.
who is it that he partnered with? That was another really good artist. Kolo Draws or something like that.
Do you plan on making games as well soon?
I do not. I think I like eroge, but at the same time, it's just not something I'm interested in making. Like currently, I'm more interested in comics, getting those consistent, and also modeling.
Yeah, because I know you're working on 3D models now, but 3D models are a gatescape to more hentai games.
You're not wrong.
That's how it starts. That's how it always starts.
Oh goodness.
I mean,
I
am personally, I myself am a big fan of hentai. It's about, after reading so many dojos or watching so much hentai, being able to interact with it. Because I used to play visual novel.
Right.
But having the ability to interact on what's happening, how it's gonna happen, and the characters is also good. Like, it's enjoyable.
I agree. Like, have you ever played Koikatsu Party or?
Koikatsu Party is a bit like, to get into the game. There's a lot of process.
Yeah, a lot of character creation and.
Yeah,
stuff
I'm not
like
saying
that.
that's not really a bad thing. That's a really good thing. But when I play a hentai game, I don't play a hentai game to invest my time in it.
Right.
I play it as a quick thing, just to kill time.
To invest your cock in.
Well, no, I've played hentai games without like jacking off. It's just enjoyable. Some of them at least. Not the fucking not some stupid Steam bundle some guy gifted me. It had 40 hentai games on Steam. And mind you, let me from bottom to top it says 2, 3, then hentai 1, hentai 2, hentai 3, right? That's the first 6 games, right?
I feel like I have to censor this whole part because fucking YouTube bot is gonna catch that part and is gonna be like, oh, well, Bye-bye monetization. Anyway, carry on.
Just censor that. Just says just a lot of moaning, right? But some hentai are like really, really, really well made. Like there was a game called Mythic Manor.
Mythic Manor.
It's a 3D one, and it's about monster girls. It's really good. It's a visual novel. It's a Western visual novel. And it's really
okay.
well, I usually find mine or on either itch.io, which is the easiest way to access, or some other websites. Depends. But since you do 3D models, you do, and obviously you have a programming background. You never thought about making hentai games?
I have thought about it. It's just, I don't know, it's not something that interests me quite yet. It's one of those things that there's a lot of steps that need to be, well, I guess not steps, but skills that I need to have under my belt before I can really consider it a reality. Like, that's part of why I feel modeling would definitely be a worthwhile thing to learn. It would make animating a bit easier. It would make just referencing in general, being able to model my own references would be nice. And again, like you were saying, if I were to be decent at modeling, that would be a nice business avenue for 3D porn games and whatnot.
Yeah, because you're already halfway through the gateway. You can program, and you're working on 3D models. So maybe.
Right.
Have you, okay, now hentai games aside, because when you think about hentai games, you think about project, right? Which got me thinking about hentai games aside. Have you thought about working with someone for a long period? Not as a hentai game, as an artist, or as a model artist, 3D model artist, either or.
Oh, like how do you mean?
How do I say this, right? Because you obviously almost every single artist is like a solo artist.
Right.
But on every rare chance, you can see collab artists like always together.
Right.
Yeah, you've done collabs before, right? You've worked with not art trades, but collab. You both worked on one piece of art.
Yeah, I've done a few pieces that were like I've done collabs.
Yeah. So in reference to collabs, is there an artist you usually work with and want to work with more?
Let's see here. An artist I'd like to work with. Honestly, there's a lot, to be honest. Definitely Thick with a Q would be nice. I'd love to see what me and Doxy could come up with. Let's see. Krekov.
Krekov, yeah.
Krekov would be a nice one. I think we'd mesh pretty okay. Let's see here. Goodness, there's a number of them. Of course, me and Secret Narcissist did a collab once, and I thought it came out pretty nice.
So there's basically a lot of artists that you are willing to work with and try things out.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to break up the conversation here because we are already over an hour, so we're gonna take a short break and then transition to...
We're gonna take a short break, 5-minute break, elevator music, oiled, and...
but I don't want that to become a fucking thing now. We had it once, and then the joke is over. Yeah?
Hentai game music?
Alright, let's do that. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute, not even a minute, a second. Bye. So, welcome back from our 5 seconds of porn game music, or whatever the fuck Oil decides to put on there. Yep.
Fuck you, Oil.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hello. I hope you enjoyed your snack, Mr. Bluebreed.
I did. Nice, delicious carrot.
It's okay. They don't know it's been actually 2 days since we recorded. They don't know that.
Anyway, moving on. Your questions, go.
Moving on, right? Twitter questions. But before I start Twitter questions, I did ask you ass or titties, but you never actually elaborated on ass or titties. You just said ass, but you never gave me the fine print. You never gave me the details.
The fine print. Let's see. How do you mean?
The details. Why ass?
Why ass? Let's see here. Oh God, that's a hard one.
Okay. If you think you can't handle it, I'll just skip it right now. Then I'll beat you up after the recording.
No, it's okay. It's fat. You fucking it meshes between your fingers. You can fuck it.
Nice.
It gets whoever you're fucking to emit the best noises, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing for
Wait,
titties.
hold on. Wait, stop.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Stop. Oil. He said emits the best noises.
Yeah, whoever you're fucking makes the best moans, in my opinion.
Okay, so that's what you mean, not farts.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no.
Well, maybe he was referring to the sounds of ass jiggling or slapping. You don't know that.
Maybe he's into farts.
Maybe, and we will never know that question. So moving on to the Twitter questions.
No, I want to know now.
No, it is a mystery for till the end of time. So Twitter questions go.
Okay.
Leave in the comment section below what you think I was talking about.
Do you think it was farts, or do you think it was something else?
I think it's farts.
I don't know.
Oh my
God.
God.
Could be anything. Anyway,
I think my friend
we are fucking dragging this on.
I think my friend here is a fart smeller.
Oh my God.
Right. So as I was saying, Twitter questions. Let's start it up with Mr. Normal Pleb.
Oh, we do.
Normal Pleb says, has there been times when you see cartoon and can't unsee the porn or hentai or whatever Nasifarouk is drawn about them?
Oh, absolutely. Fucking Raven from Teen Titans. Just the original Teen Titans in general. Like, Zone is basically programmed my mind whenever I hear certain sound bites from that show to immediately remember them from his porn.
I mean, as soon as you go through the tentacle Raven Zone thing, right? Back in how old is it now? 15 years? I don't know.
It is old. I think it's at least like 10 years old.
Yeah, at least 10 years. So at least 10 years old, and it's like fucking from that point on.
Still holds up.
Yeah, no, of course it does.
Oh, yeah.
And from that point on, anything Raven is instantly sexual.
Anything Raven. Oh, and the fucking XJ9 Jenny parody. Like, anytime that episode is on, just the audio by itself fucking triggers the entire parody for me.
XJ9. Okay,
the fucking robot.
Okay, the robot girl.
Yeah, Jenny.
Okay, yeah. As soon as you said the robot, I got this fucking flash in my head, the blue robot chick that Zone did a while back. So as soon as you see Raven, it's instantly porn, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you watch the movies or like the show regularly, or do you think it's true?
It depends on the episode.
Or do you enjoy it even more? Due to the fact that you remember the porn.
Oh, absolutely. It's not a detriment by any means. It's more, honestly, I think, due to the sound bites. Like, you get used to, after watching these parodies enough, that you start to pick up where he picked up certain noises and moans from in the show. So the minute you hear it, it like snaps into your head.
So the sound bites, but not the character.
The character itself does, like, I think we all kind of have those characters that kind of elicit just kind of a perpetual sexual response, like fucking Rouge the Bat and shit like that. But I would say these sound bites themselves, when it comes to the animations that I've seen, kind of do the heavy work, because I can look at a character in their normal design and be perfectly fine, but the sounds combined with the design is what really triggers it.
So just in general, just Raven, and especially like the big trigger is the noise, because of all the animations we've seen. Anywho, we talked. I think we covered way too much on that question.
Moving on.
Next question by Little Edward.
Little Edward.
What do you want to do if you stop doing art? What's next step?
If I ever stop doing art, oh god. I wouldn't really know. Art has kind of been my passion since I was a toddler, so I couldn't really see myself without it. But if one day I woke up and I had no arms or legs, I would either teach myself to draw with my mouth, or I would just, I know, I guess I'd have to go back into software engineering, probably. That or game design. I'd pick up something with programming that still allows me to create.
So programming instead of art?
Yeah, essentially. A field that allows me to use the skill set I have in either programming and art without constraining my creativity. That or streaming. Just commission someone for a live 2D model and then, like, doodle around in my chair like the dad from the Oblongs.
I wanna rephrase the question in my own way, right? Like I got the little Edward answer, but let's say if you stop doing anything related to entertainment,
Right?
What's next?
If I had to choose a different field that wasn't art or entertainment, I would definitely I'd have to just do software engineering at that point. Just program, fix computers, yeah, basic stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the skill set for that, and I have most of a bachelor's in that field, so I could just go back to school and complete that and just have a degree to get a job with. So it'd be the easiest route to go.
It does make a lot of sense because you're already educated in, I'd say more than educated in programming.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, thank you, little Edward. I added my own touch. If you don't mind, if you do mind, fuck you. You might want to censor that. He might hate me.
No, I'm gonna leave it in. Don't worry about it.
Hey, he's gonna target me. He's gonna fight me and beat me up. I'm sorry. He's gonna call Big Edward and I'm fucked.
Big Edward.
I'm gonna when the episode comes out, I'm gonna add him and give him a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, just mention him. It's like Shiro said, "Fuck you, kill him."
Send him.
Okay, thank you, little Edward. Next question by Talowin. Like Talon without the N, but WEN. So Talowin.
Okay.
Any hint on future projects? Well, we did talk about you making 3D models, right?
Yes. And
so
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Like I like future projects. You said there's nothing really important, but you're working on 3D models or on how to make 3D models.
There is one thing that I kind of alluded to on Twitter. I am working on planning out a doujin of a VTuber that has been getting really popular lately, and
an English VTuber?
Huh?
An English one or a Japanese?
Yeah, an English one.
Okay.
She's been really popular lately. You've probably seen her around. Huh?
The Goblin?
No, not the Goblin.
The Raccoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Snuffy.
Snuffy, is that her name?
Do we need to Do we need to censor that name or?
She gave me permission to do the doujin, and she's pretty open about that kind of thing with her content, so I don't think you really need to censor her name.
Yeah, but so I don't have to spoilers,
Snuffy.
right?
No, shout out to Snuffy.
Oh, true. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead and censor
Do
the
we
name.
censor? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull back my shout out. I'm sorry. just censor the shout out or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to pull. I'm sorry, Mrs. VTuber. We'll keep it for next time. Fucked up. That's
Anyway,
fucked up.
moving
You could've
on.
said it earlier. Okay. Thank you, Talowin. Next question. We have insider information oil. We can blackmail him now. Anywho, next question by Living Orb 37.
Okay, dope.
He says, "How long have you been drawing?" But we did go through that. You started all the way back when you were like 8, right?
Yeah.
But was it consistent?
Yeah, it was just mainly for fun. If you want to go if you want to say as long as I've been drawing like at all, like since I can friggin' remember. I remember drawing shitty gingerbread men with crayons when I was like 3, but professionally I've been drawing for 5 or 6 years now.
5 or 6 years? Professionally, but otherwise it's just, your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. This is a really good question. This question I might cancel the episode based on how you answer this question.
Oh god.
A horny savage asks, "How do you like your steak?"
My steak, medium rare.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I almost had conflict. And how do
Oh,
you like
thank
your
God.
steak, Mr. Horny Savage? Just put it somewhere. Someone will find it. I just want, if you say anything above medium, we're gonna
I
have an
like
issue.
it blackened. Just
I like
burned.
I like my some people just show up and they're like, I like my steak crispy. Nah, bro. Nah, man. It's not how it works. Anywho,
I haven't tried. I won't know how it is.
I'd rather eat raw steak than burnt. I seriously. Anywho, next question. Thank you, Horny Savage. Befitting name for someone who asks about steak. Flaming Nut Boy. Flaming Nut. Like
Oh shit.
this. Yeah.
Let's
says,
go.
favorite character to draw or OC. Could be a friend's OC, could be something, just a character you like.
Let's see here. Favorite character that I like to draw. I would say. Oh lord, that's a hard one. I always try to differentiate what the characters I draw. I don't like drawing the same one too often because I fear getting into a rut.
Yeah.
So, but if there was one that I enjoyed drawing, I would say like just Sonic women. I have the most experience with them, and I like the Sonic series, so it's always a joy to kind of reimagine them.
When you say Sonic women, you mean like Rogue and Damie?
Yeah, like
Or
Rouge,
just
Amy.
Is it Rouge? Rogue.
Rouge.
Rouge. Okay, so Rouge, Amy, and as a character or as the design?
The character. Like I like reimagining them with better like proportions and whatnot. Just
imagine them with actual big, massive titties
Oh, absolutely.
and the killer thighs.
Yes.
She's going crazy. You have a really nice laugh, by the way.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
like
I love
it's
that.
like a mix of a Scooby Doo fucking laugh and something. It's great.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it's not annoying.
Alright, sure, stop hitting at him. Next question.
Thank you, Flaming Nut Boy. Apparently, I guess Sonic characters in general, not. But do you have like the one? Do you have the one? Give me the one character that you'll always like. I want to draw this.
If I'm in the mood to draw Sonic, it's always Rouge.
Rouge, just Rouge.
Rouge or Amy.
Okay.
It's a cliche answer, I know, but it is what it is.
No, I mean, it does make sense. Despite I don't look at Sonic, not
Right,
willingly at least, but I've seen a lot of good Rouge images before, and I don't blame the people. I don't blame you like this one. Anyhow, let's go to the next question. Thank you, Flaming Nut Boy. Marquis M. Well, we did cover this, right? We did cover this. That says, what's your story as an artist?
Yeah, we covered it. So
yeah, we did kind of cover that.
we're gonna skip that one.
we
Sorry,
did.
Mr. E project, but no, Miss Marky M.
Marker. Yeah, bro. It's Marky M, bro. Don't skip question. Well, I'll give you a TLDR, and you can mend me if I'm wrong. You start drawing. Your parents said it's not really a money maker. You start studying IT, then you drew again in college, and now you're an artist.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it, Marky M. I'm sorry, but we did cover it. But thank you for taking the time to ask.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Mr. E Project. He's asking, where are you? You
Where
are
am
missed.
I?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm in my room.
Why are you invisible? Like, is
Why am
what
I
he's
invisible?
asking. Why do you not give a shit about your followers?
Wait, what? What the heck?
Why are you ignoring your fan base?
Read the whole fucking question, Shiro. Stop egging him on.
Okay,
Oh,
Jesus
Mr. E
Christ.
Project said, let me ask this first. Mr. E Project says, where are you?
Let's see here. I'm on hiatus at the moment until I'm back on track with art. I've been super perfectionist on the piece I'm working on right now. After that, I should be back to regular art production.
So after his dumbass hiatus, he will be back.
Yes, after my dumbass hiatus.
I'm sorry I had to bully you there.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, and he continues to ask, is that dragon-loving trash panda ID still a thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that? I lack knowledge on this.
Okay, so the person that I'm doing this project on, she is popular, well, not popular for, but one of her more popular clips that people took of her Twitch stream was her being very thirsty for the dragons from Spyro Reignited. Because, like, all of the dragons in that game that you rescue are, like, stylized to look really attractive and like dad energy, and like the entire time she like has her model like blushing and stuff and making quips about it, and I thought that was really cute, so I thought I'd make a project kind of based around that.
Oh, so it's already known that she's gonna be on your next project?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, we don't have to censor the thing. We don't have to censor the
Yeah,
shout
we
out.
don't have to censor it then, yeah.
What the fuck? We went through like a whole skit.
Sorry, I kind of went in and out with that. I apologize.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. What's her name again?
Snuffy.
Yeah, Snuffy. I'm gonna shout it because I took it back. Now I have to do it again. Shout out to Snuffy.
Bud.
You can make the shout out, but out of a fucking joke, I'm still gonna censor that name.
Don't censor it. What the fuck? I'm trying to make amends here.
I'm gonna make it look like it was your idea to censor it. I'll just splice the audio.
Oh my god.
Fucking sentence mix him like a YouTube poop.
All right, thank you, Mr. E Project. Don't YouTube poop me, Oil, you fucking bastard. All right. Next question by a guy called Remember the 5th of November.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like like the song, but November. He says, "What's the origin of the Bunny OC? What's the origin of the Bunny OC?"
Oh, Moody, her origin is basically when I first started out doing professional art in college, I was drawing the character Molly McDonald from Arthur, and I was trying to color her from memory, but I got the colors all mixed up, like really off. So then, but when I looked at the design, I was like, I can actually kind of work with this. I like this character design. So I took various design elements from characters that I really like Becky Prim and Tomoko from Watamote, Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill, and a couple others, and I kind of combined them to design a character that I thought would kind of encompass what I was feeling at the time as an artist, kind of the anxieties of, am I actually gonna make it in this field? Am I actually gonna be worth a shit? Am I improving? Just the anxiety, I guess. Someone who visually looked how I felt. And Moody was kind of the result.
Well, technically being moody. Well, being like, I'll do it, maybe. I'm not sure. Play on words. I'm saying like it's a play on words and a character as well. Moody.
Yeah.
It's like a representation of you being a wuss.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Yeah, no filters here.
Fair enough.
Bro, your laugh gets. Anywho, thank you. Remember the 5th of November. Let's see. Next question is by Erotkiv. I don't know. Oil, do you want to try taking a gander on this?
Nope.
Okay, his name starts with Air. OTCIV. Erotkiv. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's go with that. He says, any favorite art pieces? What's your favorite? And if you're gonna say zone, I'm gonna just say a predictor.
Oh, are they asking about like pieces that I've done?
Anything. What's your favorite that's not yours, and what's favorite that's yours? Like, I want one biased, one unbiased.
I would say my favorite art piece that I've done was actually a Rouge the Bat piece, strangely enough. It was I did it to kind of celebrate my hype for the racing game that was coming out. Oh, okay. And it has Rouge the Bat like laying down on her car, like and there was like two alts where she's like nude, has tan lines, and then has like a bathing suit on.
So that's yours.
Yeah, that's my favorite that I've done.
Okay. What's your favorite as a whole?
My favorite one that I've seen someone else do. Oh God, there's so many.
It doesn't have to be porn. It could be Picasso for all I care.
Goodness.
I hate Picasso.
I hate Picasso.
Not a fan of Picasso.
Basically, anything that Breakist does. There's an artist named Breakist, and his art is just so consistent. I can't pick anything from his portfolio that he's done, but his art in general is just a treat.
Understandable, Mr. Breakist. So anything that he does is immediately in your top list.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The way he does poses, the way he renders flesh, the way he does faces, just he kind of nails it across the board.
Yep. Sorry, not to be a douchebag to anyone else, but
No, of course not. Of course not.
number one on his it's fucking breakfast. Fuck everyone up. Fuck you guys. You might want to censor that. You already little Edward is already coming after me. I don't need more.
I am keeping it in. You are getting the. You are getting your shit beaten.
They're gonna do a Netflix. What are they doing about Dave Chappelle? They're gonna do a Netflix.
A walkout.
Whatever. I don't want to fucking talk about that bullshit. Moving on. Jesus Christ, it is retarded.
Next question. Blazing Hero, but there's no I, so it's Blazn.
Okie doke.
Blazing Hero. Are you mostly self-taught? He says mostly. Are you mostly self-taught? Is it mostly or completely self-taught?
Mostly. I've pretty much every technique that I use currently is something that I either learned via osmosis through other people that I watch on like YouTube or online in general, or something that I've just picked up through experimentation and practice. So I'd say mostly self-taught.
Mostly self-taught. Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
He's mostly self-taught. Okay, thank you, Blazing Hero. But even self-taught people aren't really self-taught, or so I feel, because they follow YouTube people. They follow maybe a speed paint, right? I'm pretty sure you watched at least 1 or fucking 5 of those to learn to do certain things.
Right. I guess it really depends on the perspective of
I mean,
whether
it is.
or not you
Yeah, it's
consider-
still self-taught. It's still self-taught.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's not like you sat down and paid someone for you to.
Yeah, it's not like you
teach
paid
it.
someone to teach you step by step. It's still self-taught, but it started by mimicking someone, then you developed your own.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone starts from a place of inspiration.
All right.
Like it all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, so thank you, Blazing Hero. That's it for the question. Unless you want to add something, Bluebreed, for Blazing Hero.
Let's see. I guess the only thing I was going to add was everyone starts out derivative until they're at a point where they're confident enough to kind of experiment and expand where they're at. So that's really all I had to say about that.
Yep. Thank you, Blazing Hero, for the question. And next, last, and someone we know as well is T-Trop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you interacted with T-Trop before, Bluebreed?
Let's see here. I don't really recall the name. If I saw maybe a profile picture or something.
He's an artist. He's
I'm not sure.
He's a Korean artist, and he's convinced that
There you go.
apples. He's convinced that apples existed before apple trees.
Man, I don't want to have that fucking half-an-hour conversation again. If people are interested in what we are referring to, go watch the season 1 finale. But yeah, that was a fucking
the T-Trop
doozy.
special. I had
I
an argument about.
Not just you, 4 other people also had the same fucking argument with him, and his whole thing was, well, fucking prove me wrong then.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Apples existed before the apple tree, said T-Trop. Anyway, I'm just gonna use that for now. Yeah. T-Trop says, what helps keep it up?
No, what helps keep it up?
Yeah, what helps keep it up? That's it. That's the question. Take it as you will. What helps keep it up?
Let's see. I guess if we're talking energy-wise, just
You
my own
know well that he's not talking about that.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
we're definitely talking energy oil.
But yeah, let's pretend that he does.
Yeah. Well, helps keep it up.
Let's see here. A combination of G Fuel, water, and my own anxieties of becoming irrelevant.
G Fuel is an energy drink, right?
Sort of. It's more. It supposedly helps focus.
Okay, so G Fuel keeps you stiff.
Yes.
You drink
a healthy-
energy drink to stay stiff.
No, not to stay stiff. To stay stiff, it requires a healthy diet of ass, abs, and
When I say stay stiff, I mean focused. Where are you drifting off?
Never mind.
All right, Shiro,
I said
don't
nothing.
fucking intimidate. What helps you keep it up, Shiro? Come on, go on.
What? Me?
Yes.
Me? Fucking Rule 34.
Be more specific.
Anything that looks good. Tristana from League of Legends.
Won't argue. Anyway, that's the last question.
No, hold up. I
Yeah?
still haven't gotten a full answer for what helps keep it up.
You got your answer. Fucking G Fuel and anxiety. Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? G Fuel and anxiety helps you stay an artist.
Yeah. I'd say that's
it.
what.
That's it. Nothing like romance. Not some cliche shit. Give me like some love interest, a crush on someone,
There's
like
no
some
real,
high school, like some high school shit. Are you too old for that now?
I'm past that, unfortunately.
You're too old for that.
Yeah,
huh?
I highly fucking doubt he made a whole hentai career just so he can impress his high school sweetheart.
Maybe.
Hey, baby, I can
mean-
draw a mean boob.
Hey, baby. Got massive boobanis. Anywho, fucking G Fuel.
I just imagine myself in like a Mexican ice cream cart, but I'm like selling Prince, and I'm like outside her friggin' I'm outside her fucking window or whatever. I'm like, hey, come and get it.
Hey, look at my shit. Anywho, it's fucked up. Let me stop here. Well, that was the last question, actually. By T-Trop. Thank you very much, T-Trop. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. He's currently being Korean and invisible. Anywho,
Do you, before we start closing, do you have any shoutouts that you want to give?
you wanna drop any shout-outs? Shout out the person that I tried to shout out, but Oil didn't let me.
Oh yes, let's see here. First, I'd like to shout out my two best friends, G Pool and Virgil Vlogs. They're my two best friends, and we run a podcast together called Crossing the Line. Where we read we read crossover fan fiction, and we also occasionally, on special occasions, write our own. It's something we've been doing as a friend group for a while now, for both just fun and also trying to get it off the ground. But regardless, I'd like to shout them out because they've kind of helped keep me sane for a really long time during these past 2 years. And I would, if you'd like, I'd really love to have you guys on the podcast sometime. That'd be awesome.
I mean, I'm not really an artist.
Oh, it's not about drawing or anything. We literally just read fan fiction and make jokes back and forth about it.
I mean, if you'd have me, I'd say I'm a perfect fit. I've been dying to leave Oil.
Oh, I'm not
Alright.
trying to steal anyone from anybody. It's a collab.
I think I do have audio clips somewhere of Shiro reading fan fiction.
I myself have a couple of audio
Like
clips of me reading fanfiction.
I think like multiple ones, but
Shout out,
let's
you shout
see
out
here.
two best friends.
Let's see. As far as artists go, I'd like to shout out the other half. He's been a very great. I've followed the guy since the beginning when I was on friggin' Ink Bunny, and I've always enjoyed his work. Lately, he's kind of been in a spot of discomfort lately, and I'd really like to shout him out because he deserves the recognition.
Okay.
The other
Yeah.
artist I'd shout out
Give
is
us,
Mama Blue.
give us one more. Blue?
Yeah, Mama Blue.
Mama Blue.
She's Mama Blue _ not safe for work on Twitter, I believe. I'll
Can you
put the
link-
proper one in.
I know the name, but I'm not sure. I think I know I'm confused.
Yeah, I've retweeted some of her stuff,
Let's
but
see. You know, I thought it was. There was an artist called Mama Poo, I think, something like that.
Oh, Mama Poo. Oh, yeah, her.
Yeah, I confused them. Shout out to Mama Poo,
Mhm.
because why not? I'm sorry,
Of course.
I didn't mean
No,
it.
you're fine.
I hope I'm not offending anyone like this, but the Mama Blue _ not safe for work. Steven Universe is the first thing I see.
Yeah, she recently did a really decent, well, that's her pinned tweet, so I guess it isn't recent. It's from September, but she did a decent Garnet picture last month.
Nice. I don't know. I'm not. You see, the thing is, I'm not. What do you call it? The fuck is that? I'm not a Steven Universe fan, so I don't know
That's
much
okay.
about that.
That's okay. I'd say a lot of people. I'd say a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are. Don't get me wrong. I myself love the series, but I can definitely see enough issues with the series for people to either not get into it or just not like it. I'd say in the hentai community, people are more about it for the women, anyhow.
But aren't they like almost all lesbians?
Technically, yeah. The species itself is like an all-women lesbian sort of species.
Well, I don't want to talk about the fucking lore right now because I'm not sure about it myself.
Okay.
Right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I feel we're gonna offend a lot of fans here, so
Yeah, if I
I'm
talk
gonna
about that.
I'm gonna cut that topic short. Shiro
Yeah.
goes do a fucking outro. Go.
It's me, Shiro, and thank you for listening to our podcast today with Mr. Bluebreed. Oiled is obviously exempted. He's not included. Bye bye, Oiled. Get out.
I'm going. Okay,
Anywho,
bye.
okay, he's gone. Bluebreed, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I really
Been a
appreciate it, you
pleasure.
guys.
Hopefully, we'll have you again someday,
Yeah, I'd love to.
or maybe we'll show up in yours. Who knows?
Yeah, either or. I'm fine with that.
Thank you
Either
for
or.
listening. And any closing remarks? Quick, before Oil cuts the line. Quick.
Thank you guys for your support. I couldn't do it without you guys, and I really appreciate you guys being patient with everything that I've released. I know I'm slow, but it really means the world to me that you've helped make my dream a reality.
Yo, bro, that's not quick. That was wholesome, bro. Shut up.
Bro,
You don't do that.
But
Bro.
I'm gonna start crying, dude.
Okay, quickly shut it off, please.
All right, well, thank you for listening. See you on the next time. Bye.
Bye.